Hello and welcome to Gaming Again. My name is Muzz and welcome to Football Manager 22. Now, if you've followed my channel before, you know that I absolutely adore the Football Manager games, and the previous kind of series have been on the online server that I have done with Luke and Stuart, and that is going to get done again in FM22. It's already started, but we had to kind of stop for a little bit, but we will get it back up and running, and we will have a series on that. I decided to go ahead and play a single player mode, a single player season, and I was supposed to start from the first season you start in the game, summer 2021, but I get a little bit obsessed with Football Manager, and I've already played the entire first season of the game. So this is going to be a recap on that, and then from now I'm going to start doing little videos, little updates to kind of give an idea of how the season's going. If we get into any finals, which hopefully we will, do some videos on that as well. And I don't know, maybe give some advice. I'm not probably the best person to get advice from for Football Manager, unless it comes to transfers, which is where we're going to start. I absolutely adore transfer window, and as you can see, we spent a lot of money. Now, I didn't even tell you what team that I am, and that is Spurs. Now, Spurs are in an interesting point in their kind of club history, because they want to be a top four challenging for the title club, but they don't have the squad to really make a good run at it yet. I think it's going to take a couple more years, a couple good transfer windows for them to actually get there in real life. So hopefully I'm going to manage to actually get them there in this save. So we go down to all the previous ones. So I'll talk about the ones that were done in real life. Sar, he has come back to the club. Emerson Royale was a decent player for me. Brian Gill went out on loan. Christian Romero and Golini have went back to Atlanta. I didn't end up signing them, and I will explain why kind of once we get into form and all that. But then we come to my signings. Now, I love the transfer window. I think it's one of the most exciting parts of it, Football Manager, and I had a real ball this window. I think I made some really good signings. First signing, Kessie from Milan. Last year of his contract in real life, same here, and I managed to get him for, I mean, you could argue it's probably overpaying for a player on the last year of the contract, but I just wanted to get him. Spurs need a really dominant midfield player, I feel, someone who can go forward but also defend, and he fit that bill. Then I signed two cheaper centre backs for what the price, and they played really well. I was happy with Sewell, who can play as a right back as well. But then we come to the next two signings, and really happy with these signings. Coleman from Bayern and Asensio from Real Madrid. I think these two were a steal at these prices. Next person is Cole Palmer, who I'm surprised I got actually. Good young English, has bags of potential. I think in a couple of years he could be as good as Asensio or Coleman, if not better. And then Lodi from Atletico Madrid. I needed a left back, so that's the justification for that. Livakovic, is that how you say it? Again, names are terrible with me, so you're going to have to bear with me. Needed a backup goalie. He ended up becoming my first team goalie, because Lloris was not doing it. Then we come to Arezio, who is a young wonder kid, 1.2 million to steal. Fares, again, a wonder kid, and Vidojevic, again, another wonder kid who hopefully is going to develop, and if not, get into the first team will at least make me a profit. Now we come to sales. Yep, sales. So the big one I think, to... I'm trying to see where I started from. If there's any bigger ones down here. I don't think so. So, obviously Gill going out on loan. Then we have Jack Clark going out on loan. Joe Rodon, see Bergwijn going out on loan as well. Now we start to actually sell some players, which is what I was wanting. And Ndombele, in real life, bags of potential, but he is one of the prime examples of when hard work beats talent, when talent doesn't work hard. Bags of talent, just doesn't work hard enough. Ben Davies, solid performer for Spurs, but just wasn't going to fit into my system. Maybe if I played a 3 at the back, I would have kept him. My docket is the same, not good enough to play in a 4 at the back, so I got rid of him. I was happy. In Ndombele, I had to cut my losses with him. I think it's half of what it originally cost Spurs. Happy with the Ben Davies one, actually. Matt Doherty, yeah, that's probably what I'd actually expect him to go a bit less in real life. Sessegnon went out to Bournemouth. And then we come to the January transfer window. Yep. So I sold Winks. I sold him after he gets sent off in the North London derby, which we will get to, and sold him straight after it. And Lloris went on the set, not for the North London derby performance, which we're going to get to. So, how did we do? Let us see. So, English Premier League, let's take that first. I finished 5th, and as you can see, I only just missed out on a Champions League spot. And as you see in the last couple of games, I really should have potentially got it. I don't know what happened there. And then we come to arguably the biggest embarrassment that I've had in a while in FM, which was we didn't win the Europa Conference League. We got absolutely mullered in the final. And I'll show you the stats if I can, but it was horrendous. Another embarrassment was quarter-final Sheffield United. We had like an XG of like 4.75. Finished 1 each. They won on penalties because of course they do. But we actually managed to win a trophy to end the 14-year run of Tottenham not having a trophy. So that is a positive to take from the season, but the FA Cup and the Euro Cup, the league position I'm actually happy with. Especially with Chelsea, and there's with how West Ham been doing in real life. Leicester I've obviously been pushing. That is a good position to finish in. Only just finishing outside the top 4, and it's an improvement from the Europa Conference League, which is great. We needed that. So we'll go to schedule and just pick out the kind of notable performances. Start off with a great win against Liverpool. I was thinking things are up, but look at this for a start. So home to Liverpool, away to Man City, and then home to Arsenal. 3 big games in your first couple of... And you're thinking 6 points from them, you're laughing. Great game with the North London derby. Man City were just too good for us that day. Then we kind of went on a little run, which was good. Brentford just absolutely bossed us, and we took the lead in that game, which is even more frustrating. And then we went on a really good run, again beating Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. I think we both kind of played subby teams here, which ultimately cost Liverpool. And then Southampton were my bogey team this season. They beat me home and away, which was, we'll get to the home game because it was ridiculous. And if we took points from that, if we won that, I think we would have got top 4. Leicester, Brighton, never nice to lose, draw at home. Drawing away, I don't mind. We get beat at home 3-0 off Antwerp. I mean, it's not exactly a small squad either. There's a few backup players in there, but we really should have done better than that. Beating Chelsea at home was a great result. Losing to Liverpool 3-1, that was tough as well because they got a player sent off and they ended up playing so much better. Like, it was quite an even game, but once they get a player sent off and I kind of went for it, they played so much better. Good draw with Man City. I think they really yeah, you can see by the ratings here that we were quite lucky to actually get away with points here. Then we go on. This was probably the worst result in the league. Never nice. North London Derby 4-0. As you can see, it was 1-0. Harry Winks gets sent off, and then we just capitulate. So we're going on some nice runs, and then we just have a little blip like this. Like, we'll get beat on penalties, and we will. Can I show the stats in this game? I've probably hyped it up now that it's. I don't think I can, unless I go to view match, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah, basically we dominated them, and we just couldn't put the ball in the net. Now this is where I think the month of April was where we lost the chance to get top 4, even though we came so close. So losing away is never, it sucks, but hey ho, especially against a good team like Leicester. This was the one. So how many times did we take the lead in this? And look, so we were 3-1 up at one point. Try to see. So we're 2-0 up. They 2-1. They brought back to 2 each, and then we went 3-2 up, and then 86th and 95th minute, and I swear they scored the exact same goal every time, which was a ball over the top. Shea Adams would run onto it and he would score, or in this case set up the other player. I dropped the line deeper, but it was the same goal every single time. And that's the one I think that if we won that, we would have got top 4. Man U losing away to Chelsea, no shame in that, even though the board were disappointed. And then the worst result, the worst performance, as you can see. Asensio done well because he set up Kane, but even Kane scored and only got a 6.8. Just a very peculiar performance from the team. Just really did not turn up. You could argue it was a Spursy performance, just because they absolutely bottled it, went in favourites and bottled it. It was horrendous. We only had like 5 highlights in the whole game, and 4 of them were for Feyenoord, and 2 of the goals they got from. So we're going to look at just our top performers really. Lucas Moura, he was kind of a bit part player, but done well in the Conference League. Milinkovic, great centre forward. Kane honestly was frustrating. As he would go through spells. He scored 30 goals, so he came good in the end, but missing a lot of sitters. Cole Palmer, great signing. I'm really happy with that. Sewell really performed. Emerson Royale done well. Got a good keeper in goals. Coleman was good. Where is Asensio? Surely, Kessie had kind of a poor season. I don't think he was gelling with the midfield as much. Where is Asensio? He should be right up there. Did I miss him? Oh yeah, he was my top performer. And Davinson Sanchez for some reason, and Son, I completely forgot. But yeah, Asensio was the as you can see, 13 goals, 13 assists, played a lot of games, was a banging performer. So kind of what the tactics I've been using is, this has been my home tactic and this has been my away tactic. So I always love to go a bit shorter passing, play at defence, work the ball in the box, be patient, playing at a higher tempo with shorter passing, run at defence, be more expressive, and counter press. I like to hold shape when I've won at home, just because I don't like to get caught out when we're trying to transition. But yeah, solid formations. I think I'm definitely going to keep them. And where I need to improve is I need 2 full-backs at left and right. I need another centre midfielder, and I need another goalkeeper, a backup player too. Because you look at this forward line and you're thinking it's pretty tasty. Like, Kessie's in there, he's bombing through the middle. Asensio, Coleman, Son, Kane. It should be a potent attack, and it has been in some games, but I think just the defensive has really let us down. We need to stop crosses coming in. We concede a lot from crosses. Yeah, I think so. That's the kind of three main areas: 2 fullbacks, centre mid, and goalkeeper. So anyway, that is the video. If you want to see more Football Manager videos, let me know. I mean, I'm going to be doing them, so let's hope you do want to see them. But I'm going to be doing more through, like, I might do one in January for this one. In fact, going to do one at the end of the summer transfer window, show you all the kind of signings that I made there. Then January, and then if we get into any finals, or if anything interesting happens, if I get sacked or whatever, which hopefully I don't. But anyway, so if you like that, yeah, stick around and hopefully see more. And if, with all that said, all that's left to say, any thoughts, comments, general hosting remarks, leave them below. Thank you very much. Bye bye.